living with ankylosing spondylitis for well over a decade and now working with others with ankylosing spondylitis around the globe, there are certain things that really shocked me about it, and a lot is not what I thought it would be with ankylosing spondylitis. So I want to talk about those things. What are some of the things that have really shocked me about AS, living with AS, and what have I seen from my clients around the globe of all ages with ankylosing spondylitis? Some things that have really shocked me. Number one is symptoms can be so drastically different day to day, week to week, year to year. I've seen people make incredible progress, flexibility-wise, after really thinking that they weren't going to be able to be flexible anymore, that they've lost their mobility, that they're fused and they're unable to move. And I've really seen some incredible, really, if I didn't see it for myself, I wouldn't believe it. Because when I was first diagnosed with AS, you know, a lot of the talk was everyone just gets worse as time goes on. And sure, maybe on an x-ray, the SI joints look worse over time, but that doesn't necessarily mean our fitness is going to look worse or our flexibility. So I've seen some incredible progress, some incredible kind of people really digging themselves out of a really bad situation. So I always strive people to never give up on the mobility, the flexibility, the strength training, the fitness. And along with this point is I've seen people get there in a lot of different ways. Sometimes people don't respond great to stretching, they don't respond great to yoga, but maybe they respond better to strength training or swimming. You know, I've really seen a lot of different scenarios where people have responded to different things. Strength training in particular has been really beneficial for folks who might not respond well to stretching, but a lot of the time it's a combination of a lot of different things: stretching, flexibility training with strength training, and with some different cardiovascular health. But I've seen some incredible progress for people who are just consistent about it and are doing the right things so they can progress over time. So that's number one, just a drastic change in people's flexibility. You know, number two is going to be kind of based on that, and for myself, just how difficult things can be symptom-wise. You know, I've had trouble over the years with sciatica, I've had trouble with hip pain, I've had knots in my back that I just couldn't get out that have really impacted just my attitude and my mood. But I've also had times where I felt really good, where I've really had gratitude about working out. I've felt really great playing basketball. I've felt fast, I've felt strong, I've been able to increase my strength over the years. So again, with the kind of drastic change in symptoms, I've realized that that's going to be a big part of ankylosing spondylitis, and that doesn't mean that we're worse off. I just think it all blends into our overall journey and how we can stay fit with this, and just recognizing that there might be tough days, but there's also going to be really good days, and we can put it all together and find some balance. So my third thing is going to be diet. You know, I've talked about diet a lot, and nutrition has played a huge role for me. You know, one, mentally, just thinking about just staying healthy and filling my body with nutrients and just supplements that I believe can lift my mood and my spirit and my health, just believing in health and just thinking about fruits and vegetables and meats and fish and, you know, things that really fuel the body. But most importantly, it's been thinking about my health and concentrating on health and not so much ankylosing spondylitis. So I think it's really important to try to separate ourselves from AS as much as we can and just focus on our health, focus on eating good, staying at a lean weight, focus on our stress levels, using the sauna, doing anything we can fitness-wise that doesn't cause more pain, focus on community and family and friends. I think it's really important to try to separate ourselves from ankylosing spondylitis and to do our best to just stay healthy as best we can. Meditation, mindfulness, all those things are so important. And, you know, I think stress, unfortunately, can really impact us with this. It's impacted me greatly over the years. Whenever I'm going through a stressful period, my symptoms are always worse, my back hurts more. It really is astounding how everything plays together with this. So I think concentrating on as many things as we can to stay healthy is so important. Another thing that I couldn't believe with ankylosing spondylitis is how many people have it. When I was first diagnosed, it seemed like not many people had it. I never met anyone with ankylosing spondylitis. But now that I'm in the field, and now that, you know, I train others around the globe, and I'm connected to a lot of different organizations, a lot of autoimmune organizations that are working on autoimmune diseases and joint diseases. There's a lot of people out there with ankylosing spondylitis, and there's a lot of people achieving a lot with this. There's a lot of people, you know, everyone with this is, you know, in my mind, just such a warrior. They're moving forward the best they can. Everyone just wants to stay healthy, wants to do anything they can to stay healthy. And we're continuously searching for ways to stay healthy, more than anyone else that I see out there. So AS can be a powerful tool to, you know, really dig deep and see what we can achieve in life. And I think it's important to, you know, recognize how hard it is to have this, but also we can live a healthy life. So there's a lot of people out there with ankylosing spondylitis. So what else has really shocked me about ankylosing spondylitis? You know, I think one thing is where I'm at 35 is nowhere near where I thought I would be when I was first diagnosed. You know, a lot of the talk was, this is a horrible disease, it's just going to get worse, you're not going to be able to do the things you used to do, and that's absolutely false. I've been able to do more than I expected. I've been able to really stay pretty fit into my 30s. It's been a challenge, don't get me wrong, but it's been more about adapting things and changing things up and recognizing that I have to do things a little differently. I think it's, excuse me, I still have this cough from COVID, which has been a month now. Very aggravating. That's going to be my next topic that I want to talk about, is sicknesses and ankylosing spondylitis. But I never thought I'd be in such good shape at this age. I never thought I'd be able to maintain it. Again, it's been challenging, but it's completely possible to live a healthy life with this and be fit with this. You know, and I hate that people are told otherwise, because it's so important to recognize that we have to adapt things, and we have to recognize it's going to be different for everyone. Everyone responds differently to different exercises. So don't give up on on things. If something doesn't feel good, try different things. For me, again, you know, stretching sometimes aggravates certain things in my body, and I respond better to playing basketball and cardiovascular health and strength training. So, and strength training in ways that I never thought I'd respond well to. So using more resistance bands and machines have been a huge tool for me, where I can really just focus on the muscles I'm working. And I do use free weights, but honestly, the most strength training I do is mostly with machines now, because I can really focus in and be in tune with my body, and it's a little safer on the joints. So find that approach for you. Don't give up on it. And so my next topic, I want to talk about sicknesses, illnesses, and ankylosing spondylitis, something I've noticed. When I first had COVID, my back has never felt worse. I had really, really bad back pain and joint pain, and it was kind of my main symptom of COVID. And it was really challenging because I just felt so fatigued and worse than ever with ankylosing spondylitis, along with the COVID symptoms. This past time I had COVID, I still have this dry cough from it, but I had no AS symptoms. My symptoms like completely went away for the first time ever, honestly. At 35, my symptoms started with AS in my early 20s. This was the first time where I was like, I don't feel any symptoms. I feel just like a normal person. And that was my second time with COVID. My first time was about 2 years ago. So that had never happened to me. I don't know if I was just really sick, so I didn't notice it or think about it. But a few days into having COVID, I realized everything feels fine. Everything feels like a normal person. So I want to wrap this up. I want people to let me know, firstly, what has really shocked you about having ankylosing spondylitis? Is there anything that you didn't realize would be the case with this? How has it been to try to stay fit? Has diet worked? Has meditation helped you? What things have really helped you live a healthy life with this? I want everyone to share this with the community, because I think it's so important that this community sticks together. It's a strong community. Again, I was talking about how many people have this, how many people are out there with this. It's such a strong community, and everyone's learning from each other and sharing ideas and staying positive. But I want to hear from people. Have you noticed symptoms improve, get worse during COVID, during different sicknesses, different illnesses. What has shocked you about ankylosing spondylitis? I want to hear from all of you. See you next time.